Sadat Expels Soviets is a card that the USSR will need to manage in Twilight Struggle, as Egypt is a valuable battleground in the Middle East. But how can they do this, and how can the US take advantage? We will look at that now here on Legendary Tactics. Egypt is a key battleground state in the Middle East, and there are several cards that target it. Sadat Expels Soviets is one of them, countering the early war Soviet event card Nasser. But this event is different and one we will need to learn more about. First of all, let's look at the event. Sadat Expels Soviets is a one-op, mid-war, starred US event card. Triggering the event results in the removal of all USSR influence in Egypt and adds one US influence there. For the Soviet player, this is yet another annoying mid-war American event. Like OAS founded and Panama Canal returned, its low op value means that it can't normally be sent to space. If you can play the Brezhnev Doctrine event to boost the operations point value of the card, you can send it safely to the space race. It is certainly a worthy candidate, as it can negatively affect Middle East scoring or your OPEC event card. There are a few ways to defend against this card. If you control Egypt, or at least have some influence there, make sure that you expand that influence into a neighboring country so you can get back in there if you get wiped out. Libya would be a great option here. Israel might also be good, especially if your influence there came from a successful Arab-Israeli war event, as every bit of Soviet influence there makes it even more expensive for the American player to control. Sudan is more problematic as it doesn't add much value otherwise, but it may be pretty safe as it is a low-value coup target for the Americans. There are certain event cards that can help you as well. If you've managed to keep Nasser in the deck, it's a reasonably good antidote. And Muslim Revolution is useful in wiping out the American influence there. Otherwise, if you get him in hand, you may as well bite the bullet and play him when you can control the timing. One possible power play is to headline this card and then follow up with a first action round coup in Egypt. This can allow you to effectively neutralize the event as long as you roll decently. If you don't have him in hand, keep in mind that it is very likely that he will turn up and be played at some point in the mid-war, so plan for it accordingly. For the US player, Sadat Expels Soviets is a great event, and it comes at a great time in the game. Egypt, like Thailand, is a two-stability battleground country that will likely change hands often through the course of the game. It is worth fighting for, and Sadat is a great opportunity to catch up if you've fallen behind greatly there. Playing Camp David Accords along with Sadat Expels Soviets is a great combination, as it will give you control of Egypt if the Soviets don't respond immediately. Camp David Accords along with Sadat Expels Soviets is a great combination, as it will give you control of Egypt if the Soviets don't respond immediately. Play Camp David Accords first. It's generally better as it means that a follow-up play of Sadat will give you control of Egypt. If you already control Egypt, or if you see opportunities to do so in the future, you may want to leave Sadat Expels Soviets in the deck, as long as it is before the turn 7 reshuffle. It is a card that can be a serious threat for the Soviets through the game, not to mention the hand management problems it presents if the USSR happens to draw it. So in summary, it's generally best for the Soviet player to plan for this card and play it when it arrives to get it out of the deck so you can move on with your life. And for the US player, if the Soviets control Egypt, use it, especially in conjunction with the Camp David Accords. If you control Egypt, leave it in the deck as insurance or as a threat. This has been our analysis of the Sadat Expels Soviets card in Twilight Struggle. We hope you got some value out of this video, and if you did, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. This is NATO with Legendary Tactics.